Oh, you're kidding me. Come on. We literally just did this. It was fine. Now it's not fine. What a strange thing to happen. Nope. Still no, huh? What a curious thing to happen. Right, annoyingly, that's got to stay up then. Hang about. Hang about. Hang about. Hang about. Right, okay. We there? We there. Right, let's never talk about that. And let's never talk about that weird shake that is currently going on. What is wrong with this monitor? Wow, dude. What if I do that? It does not fix it. Wow, something's really unhappy there. Anyway, hello. That was not quite how I wanted that to go. You can go over there, restream chats. Okay, so I'm hoping that that blurry screen flicker thing is not too annoying for you, because I promise it's way more annoying for me. I can come down a little bit as well, can't I? There we go. All of these things should have been prepared in advance, but were not, for reasons of me not doing them. That's the story. Okay, so today I wanted to kind of embrace the fact that we can kind of use these live streams as a way to self-educate, to learn and try to share learning and therefore teach things. So that's my idea, and that didn't make sense as a sentence, does it? Basically, I'm going to try and teach myself something through the guise of teaching you. Yeah? And that thing, basically I just want to jump into the world of cadences. Different kinds of cadence. Let me just make sure this piano works. Perfect. So we'll put that over there for the moment, and I want to look at... Where's my Google gone? Right, here we are. Bosh. Cadence. That is a little bit blurry. Hang on, I'm just going to tug this wire. And then when it comes back, it'll be fine. And it will stop jittering around all crazy. Here we go. Oh. I think it's actually worked. Hey, look at that. Right, okay. Shut up. It's fine. Everything's fine. I don't know why you'd say it's not fine when it's clear that everything's fine. Okay, so cadence is basically... Well, okay, I have a definition of a cadence in my head. It might be worth working out what Wikipedia says. In Western musical theory, a cadence is a melodic or harmonic configuration that creates a sense of resolution. Cool. Harmonic cadence is a progression of at least 2 chords that concludes a phrase, section, or piece. So it's literally the full stop on a piece of music, I guess. And the one that I don't want to say we're all familiar with, the one that I've certainly heard the most is the plagal cadence, which is a 2-1 in major. Plagal cadence. So let's just go C major for the moment. I always forget that you can actually... so there's your major chord. So the 2 in C is D minor. So plagal cadence, 2 chord to the 1 chord. Sounds like this. Amen. Yeah, that one. So that's nice. You can also have a minor plagal cadence. So 2-1 in minor, it would be C minor. The 2 would be diminished, wouldn't it? Is that right? Doesn't seem right. There it is. Sorry, it was already minor. I'm being dumb. Which has a similar feel, doesn't it? But it's not quite as grand as the... Not quite as grand as that one, is it? Right, so what other examples are there? What are the cadences in music? Well, that sounds like exactly the place to be, doesn't it? Let's see. Cadences Music Theory Academy. Which is funny, because cadence can also be someone's name. Cadences Music Academy. Okay, so plagal cadence. The authentic or perfect cadence is also a 5 to... is a 5 to a 1. So in C, the 5 is G. So a perfect cadence is... And that sounds whimsical and perfectly lovely. You also have that in minor. And according to Music Theory Academy, it's the cadence that sounds the most finished. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but I can see why it does feel the most complete, the most finished. It's just that it also sounds a bit lame because it's been done to death, I suppose, and that's basically fine, I imagine. What else have we got here? Unfinished cadences. A half cadence or imperfect cadence ends on a 5. It can start on a 1, 2, or a 4. That ends on a 5. Okay, so if it ends on a 5, it's going to end on the G. So it's an unfinished cadence because you're not concluding with the tonic. You're not concluding with the C. So we could do, that's an example. What else did it say? It could be the 2. Or it could be the 4. Let's copy that, it's probably easier. So a 1 to 5. Yeah, because I just want to hear the C again. That's why it sounds unfinished. Again, I just want to hear the C. In all of those situations, I just want to hear the C. So why would you have an unfinished cadence? What is the earthly point? Unfinished cadences sound unfinished because they don't end on chord 1. Right? Tell me about it, themusictheoryacademy.com. When you hear an unfinished cadence at the end of a phrase, it sounds like the music should not stop there. It sounds like it should continue to the next section. Good. Sounds like it should continue. Yep, absolutely. but there's no indication of. So it does. We just use that. We just end on a 5 to screw with people's expectations in a really unnerving way. And then 3 years later, they actually hear the tonic chord and everything's right with the world. That seems a little mean and complicated. Interruptive or deceptive cadence. Interrupted or deceptive cadence. An interrupted cadence ends on an unexpected chord. The music literally does sound like it has been interrupted. The most common chord progression you'll come across is a 5. Excuse me, a bit windy. 5 to a 6. So in this example, I don't know why they say 5 to 6, aka a 5/6. So in this example, A major below. Okay, we'll do our own example. 5 to 6. So it's that one, isn't it? So a 5 to 6 is an interrupted cadence. That's lovely, but again, I just want to hear C at the end, really. Oops. Much nicer. Okay. So those, I think, if you're studying music at high school or secondary level, those are the cadences that you have to know. Again, it sounds like it's unfinished. And there's a very small diagram there. Let's just get a little bit closer in on that, just so we can really. That is as far in as we could go. Amazing. Dunch. Sorry, I've had a long day. Okay, let's have a look at what else Google has to offer. What are the cadences in music? We've sort of done that. Phrases and cadences, harmonic cadence. Well, let's try that then. Ooh, authentic half deceptive plagal. Nope, those are all exactly the same. What else we got? Okay, well, let's go weird cadences. 3 cadences you probably haven't heard of. Thanks, thinkspaceeducation.com. A pathetic cadence. Oh boy. The best name for a cadence, is it? No, funny joke. It sounds like it's denigrating itself. Like, what? Just shut up. Stop trying to be funny. That's my job. Outdated term doesn't come up most music dictionaries. Great. It's basically when a perfect cadence is preceded by a Neapolitan sixth. I mean, I'm fine with that and don't need to Google any of those words. What's a Neapolitan sixth? Amazing. It's a major chord in the first inversion. On the flattened second degree of the scale, the supertonic position. Quite a mouthful. Is that okay? Once you get your head around it, it's not too bad. So basically, it's a perfect cadence with a Neapolitan sixth before it. So we go that. Let's Google Neapolitan sixth. In music theory, a Neapolitan chord, or simply Neapolitan, is a major chord built on the lowered, flattened second supertonic of the scale degree. Is known as Phrygian 2. Okay. I might need to Google additional things in that case, if you're going to actually be that unhelpful. Let's see. I mean, it really feels like I should just be able to read sheet music, doesn't it? Okay, so Neapolitan is my first inversion, so it appears as either a 2. Wait. Oh. Okay. I read that wrong. It's not just that I'm an idiot. It's that mostly I read it wrong. Shut up. So, I read that to mean it is the tonic chord on the flattened second, which of course is not a thing. It is a major chord. Right, so major chord goes here. Major chord in the first inversion. So first inversion is where the lowest note of a chord is the third. That's why it's called second inversion. Don't ask. Just don't ask. So that is that. On the flattened second degree of the scale. So D is 2, that's flattened 2. So it's going to be this. Ooh. That's not unpleasant. What if this was, brace yourselves, third inversion, meaning that the fifth is the lowest note. I sort of get why it's called pathetic cadence, because it's not. It's quite pleasing, but it's not this absurd grand thing that the plagal kind of is. That's interesting. So let's maybe throw in a few more chords just for the sake of my own interest. So let's try an actual 2 chord. Let's maybe go that. So just so I can hear it in sort of the context of more chords. You know what I mean, shut up. Ooh. Quite like that. I like that a lot. I truly do. Cool. What else have we got then? Landini cadence. Like the Alberti bass. I do know what that is. I don't know how to describe it. It's like, I would call it an umpire bass, because I'm not thinkspaceeducation.com, but whatever. Alberti bass is just the actual name for I think. This is a musical device named after someone who didn't actually invent it. Oh, good. Like Mr. Lightbulb. Just used it extensively. Fair enough. Francesco Landini, seen above. Oh, I thought he was an example of someone who is pathetic. He was a blind Italian organist, lute player, and composer in the 14th century. Often the end of a cadence of a piece of music. I feel like you didn't need to say that. Didn't need to specify it was a piece of music. Have the leading note in the soprano moving up to the tonic. So B to C in the key of C, for example. Yeah, fair enough. I'm going to Google leading note. I believe it's the 7? No. Leading note, sub-semitone, leading note in the US. Resolves or leads to a note 1 semitone higher. That's not. Okay, it's the 6th. It's the major 6th. Basically. This is what I mean. I am learning all of this stuff still. I feel like I've got a lot of kind of gaps in my music knowledge, so I'm basically just trying to fill in all the gaps eventually. Right, so have the leading note in the soprano moving up to the tonic, B to C, in the case of C. So that's a 7. What? I don't care. This will have the voice beneath moving in contrary motion, going from the second position to the tonic. Okay, I'm sort of fine with that. The interval between D and B is a 6th. Oh, okay, that could mean what? That's what they were talking about earlier. they were talking about earlier. Shut up. Which Landini apparently thought was too unstable to be the end cadence of a piece, so he would have the leading note move down to the 6th position of the scale, thus forming a 5th with the lower note before resolving to the tonic. 761. So is that chords or... So what happens if we try to actually resolve a 6 to a 1? Let's go inversions. Okay. I don't necessarily mind that. So what about a 7 to a 6 to a 1? Just so it sounds a little better. That sounds pathetic to me. That doesn't sound very good at all. Thanks, Landini, I guess. I've possibly done that wrong. Let's just have another read just in case. By an Italian organist, that doesn't matter. The end of a cadence piece of music will have the leading note in the soprano moving up to the tonic, so B to C. In the example of C, this will have the voice volume and contribution going from the 2nd position to the tonic, D to C, in the key of C. Yep, sure. Interval between D and B is a 6th, which he thought was too unstable. Have the leading note move down to the 6th position of the scale, thus forming a 5th. Oh, okay, so... Right. So let's mimic that a little closer. So we've got D and B there, and then that's A, just an A by itself. I've lost it. And then that's just the 5th there. No, it's not. Oh, it is. Okay. So, oh, it's higher than that. B, C. So, is that right? B, C. Yeah, so we've got a 5th there, an A by itself. So this, right, the mistake I made was assuming we were talking about chords. We're not. That's quite nice. Can we just hold that? Actually, let's half those durations so it fits. So it is then exactly what we have there. That's quite nice, actually. Yeah, when you put the thirds in there, it just sounds, I don't know, just a bit weaker for some reason with the thirds. How about that? Right, Phrygian cadence. If you know about the modes, oh boy, do I. You should be familiar with Phrygian. If not, I'm just going to skip past that. Phrygian cadence is one that ends on a major chord on the 5th position. Okay, hang on. This wording again. Ends on a major chord on the 5th position of the minor scale, hence it being Phrygian. Oh, okay, so then... the component of the lower third in the major scale with the Phrygian rate is built. A minor C major would be an E major chord. Typically, this would be approached from the 4th. Okay, so let's do that to begin with. So if we have, so we have a C chord, and then we're going to end. Wait, what was it? End on an E major. So that's where we're going to end. Major chord on the 5th position of the minor scale. Oh, okay, so... yeah, so that's right. So in A minor, we land on an E major chord. Yeah? Yes. But surely that's in there anyway. A minor. No, that would be E minor. Hang about. Oh. Oh, right, okay. So it would be major. Got confused. So that's the weirdness. Rather than we're ending on a 3 chord, but it's major rather than minor. Confused myself there. So the G becomes a sharp. How does that sound? Ooh, it's quite a little bit spicy. This should have approached from the 4 chord in the first inversion. You got it. So let's stick with 4 chord first inversion. Is that right? Yeah, third. But I'm going to stick the C up there. Ooh. That's very strange. What if we then go to A? A minor. Feels like it needs to go up, doesn't it? Or does it? Let's try going down again. Very weird sounding. Quite like it. I'm just going to hold that a bit. Interesting. So an A minor, that would be D minor with an F in the bass. Okay, let's try that as a minor progression then. So we'll start with A minor, and then the 4th in A minor. Oh, should we go down? Oh, hang on, the 4th in the first inversion. My bad. 4th in first inversion. So if that goes up there and then the whole thing comes down, there's probably a much smarter way to do this. Right, that looks a little better. Ooh. I feel like I've heard that. Like a Jeff Buckley song or something. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I want to hear it again. That's really fun. Let's see. Oh, sorry, I thought I'd pause that. What else have we got on the internet? That's cool. What are some whack-ass cadence you think more people should use? I'm not opening Reddit on this stream. I don't want to. On my first multi-stream, I don't want to get banned from everywhere. Oh, marching songs. That's not what I want. I'm running cadences. Come on. We not got. I can't believe there's any odd cadences. Let's try that. 3 cadences you probably haven't heard of. Explaining odd cadences. I don't want to go into forums. This is going to annoy me. Does anyone else just look at this and then I can't discern information from that? Not when I'm half asleep. No, let's not. Let's not and say we weren't going to. Is this gonna... It's probably not. cadence. Phrases and cadences. Hell yeah. What's this? Why is this up here? Oh, that's kind of fun. Okay. I don't want to have to play for all these things. Those are all just perfect authentic cadences, authentic cadence. Oh, hang on, we've got an authentic cadence, which is what we spoke about. And then we've got perfect authentic cadences. So, right, what does it say about authentic cadences? Most people will hear a half cadence as sounding incomplete, hence composers usually follow them with a phrase ending in an authentic cadence. Fair enough. An authentic cadence occurs whenever a phrase ends with a 5 or 7 diminished. That doesn't seem to be what the other one said, because the other one said an authentic cadence is just ending in a 5, right? Or am I wrong? Base example. Go. Sorry. Oh my god. I thought I was going to pause it. Okay, let's try that again. Down. No. Why does the volume button not work? That's infuriating. I hate whoever designed this website. Okay, let's try that again. Lovely. Okay, so authentic cadence is often clarified perfect or imperfect. Perfect authentic cadence must meet 3 requirements first. That must be used rather than that, but it was. That isn't there, so it has to be that. Oh, okay, right. So in an authentic cadence, you can either use a 5 or a 7. But perfect authentic. Then why not just say perfect is one and perfect authentic is the other? And both chords must be in root position. So first inversion. No, not first inversion. No inversion. Just that's if you God damn it. This is A minor in root position. Yeah? No inversions, root position. I hate this website, so I'm just leaving. Because I have the power. Okay, then let's try. I swear, there's a name of a cadence I can remember. Well, no, that I can. It's in my brain, but I can't remember what it is, and it's really annoying me. Nope. No. Cadences in music. That shouldn't give any different results. Cadence. Cadences in music beyond harmonic formulas. Yeah, go on then. What have you got? Authentic pedal, half deceptive. Nope, those are all boring. Let's get stupid. Here's a cadence that I like, which you haven't heard before. The Disney Music Theory blog. Hell yeah. Of course. Of course this is a thing. Oh no, I've seen this before. I think I've followed this on Twitter. The Music Theory of Disney Villains. This is amazing. Oh yeah, Twitter. Yeah, I follow this Twitter. Oh, my bad. I thought I followed this Twitter. I'm not going to correct that. Okay, well that's amazing and everything, but doesn't help us right now. So let's go for stand, because we haven't even talked about like the 251 jazz cadence. Screw it. Let's see what happens. I want some nonsense in my guides to jazz harmony. Come on. Here we go. Backdoor progressions. Ooh. In jazz and jazz harmony, not just jazz, the chord progression from 4 dominant 7 to flat 7 dominant 7 to 1 has been added. The backdoor progression. Hell yeah. So, let's stick with C. Are we talking about major here, presumably? Yeah, we are. Right, it's really quiet now. So, this is going to melt my brain slightly, so enjoy watching that. So, we want a 4, a minor 4, dominant 7. So, 4 minor, I'm going to put another tonic up there just to flesh out the sound a bit more. And then we want a flat 7, so that's A sharp. A sharp major? Yeah. With a dominant 7. Let's put that... let's do an inversion of some kind. Yeah, let's try that. Is that right? It sounds... oh, it sounds really familiar. Kind of reminds me of 2001 Space Odyssey. But for no discernible reason. And those notes in particular, the G sharp, D sharp to G, feel very spacey and nice. What if everything else is super quiet? That's really nice. I like that a lot. That's assuming I've done it right anyway. Cool. Alternate usage. What else have we got? But there is another one apparently. Hang on, I'm going to crack my neck. I'm sorry if you heard that. There's a Berg backdoor cadence, which is a bit different. So it goes F sharp, half diminished, dominant. What is that? Half diminished with a... just do one. Okay, well let's... as we're melting my brain already, let's have a go. Let's go down a little bit as well. So we have got C in the bass, C, D, E, F sharp, F, G, A. That's an F sharp, half diminished dominant. That's pretty unpleasant. Then we have a C, D sharp, C, D, E, F, G, A. And then we got a B, C, D natural, E, F, G. Oh, hang on, that's going to be F sharp still, isn't it? Because you got the symbol there, and we got no indication of neutrality there, so it's going to stay F sharp. Let's try that again. Ooh. But is that a C major 9? Because it's not gonna... It could be without the... Hang on, let's have a look. Oh, this is a lot of words. Unexpected modulation created through the substitution of the highly similar tonic major 9 for minor 3 dominant, C, E, G, B, D, and E, G, B, D at the end of the 2. That could just be half diminished. This is one of the things that bugs me. There's so many different ways to write music and mean different things. It really annoys me. Like, we managed to get MIDI standardized, so why not chord charts? It's really dumb. I mean, that's all just lovely. Well done. You did some jazz. Jazz cadence. What else we got? 251. A cadence for jazz. How has it taken us 40 minutes to get to the 251? That's really annoying. So, 251 is the way to do jazz. Do jazz. And I feel no obligation to give you any more information. 251. So you have that at the end. 2. Oh, excuse me. 251. Here's a 251. Yeah, it's quite nice. So as you remember, we have a perfect cadence here. Good stuff. We can also make it jazz, because why wouldn't we? So what I'm going to do is add dominant 7 up there, minor 7 up there, and a major 7 there. Oof. The thing about ending on a major 7 is it still, to me, doesn't feel especially resolved. So I would tend to go minor 7, dominant 7, and then just tonic. Yeah, feels more... There's something mystical about the major 7. I suppose you could do that. That's quite nice. And there's different versions of this. I wonder if this blog is going to talk about them. It's not. The thing I really like about jazz, and it's contrary to what a lot of people, the sort of problems that people seem to have with jazz, is that jazz is supposed to be off the wall and crazy and you're not supposed to understand it. That's literally the opposite of what I found with jazz. Jazz, in my mind, is a series of rules, and the creativity comes in how do you subvert the expectation that these rules create. That is, in my mind, the essence of jazz, and you can disagree with me. I don't really care. Yeah, so in my mind, that's what jazz is. And one of the rules is the 2-5-1, is how you resolve sections and how you resolve pieces of music. Not all the time, but very often. And sometimes you can just have a 2-5-1, 2-5-1 on repeat for ages if you really want. One of the abstractions of a 2-5-1 is... Yeah, I didn't mean abstraction at all, did I? Aloofness, brooding, consideration. Alteration? Can't spell today. Adjustment, amendments, conversion, diversification. Ooh. Variation. One of the variations of the 2-5-1 is where rather than... Oh, bugger, what's it called? Tritone substitution. Tritone substitution is any instance where instead of playing a dominant 5 chord, so in this case a G7, instead of playing that, you play a the same thing, a tritone, up or down, doesn't matter, because it's the same, which is basically a flat 2 dominant 7. So if I give you the normal 2-5-1 followed by the tritone substitution 2-5-1, you're going to be like, oh yeah, which is exactly what I'll be like. Oof, lovely. And then tritone sub, which is way jazz. And what I quite like to do is, if I'm writing something that's sort of supposed to feel traditionally jazzy, I'll end the first time round... did that wrong. I'll go the first time round doing the tritone substitution and resolving on, concluding on a major 7 tonic, and then I'll do the normal 2-5-1, but I'll resolve to just a C major rather than the 7. Have a listen. 2, 3, 4. Oh, we could even spread that out a little bit. This kind of spread voicing just feels really bright and nice. Brightness and darkness is something I've been thinking about quite a lot recently for literally no reason. It's basically if you have a really close cluster voicing, then it's considered dark, and if you have a really spread voicing, it's considered bright. And it's one of those characteristics of music, a little like major and minor, or happy and sad. Just one of the many things you can do to affect your music, which is why inversions and voicings are so important. It's not just about the actual chords you use, it's the way that you actually build those chords, which may be super obvious to some. Not me, though. Definitely not me. Sorry, I'm just clicking at buttons and seeing what's going on in the world. I'm not having trouble with this multi-stream. I'm just completely new to it. If I open that, there I am. Okay. Yeah, this is the first time I'm streaming out to Periscope / Twitter, YouTube and Twitch all at once, and I've put in an application for LinkedIn as well. Just out of curiosity, I wonder if I get a better quality of stream in the end rather than just sending it from Twitch to YouTube. I wonder if sending it straight to YouTube will be like a better quality upload. And also, in fairness, I have nearly 1,800 subs on YouTube. So 1,800? No, 17. I'm nearly at 1,700. That's it. But like, that's the most subscribers I have anywhere. The second is Twitter, where I have nearly 1,000. So like, those are the places I really should be streaming to. And like, as much as I quite like Twitch as a concept, as a platform, like, probably need to be a bit smart about where I go. So I don't want to abandon Twitch at all. So I feel like multi-streaming might be the way forward. You didn't need to know any of that, but hey, now you're part of the party, part of the group of people that know. What else we got? The 1.5, that's the same thing there. Sorry, I'm getting all sorts of updates. It's really annoying. Plugins, just how many PDF, just how many plugins. None of those are. Ooh, here we go. All the chord progressions. Andalusian cadence was the one I had in my head a while ago for some reason. Right, what's a bird change? Is that a specific song? Blues for Alice, Bird Change, Bird Blues, New York Changes is a chord progression named after Charlie Parker. Bird, okay, that's not in there anyway. It's not how nicknames work, which is variation of 12-bar blues. Okay, well that's not strictly speaking a cadence, is it? What makes it weird? Typical blues is like that. This is certainly different. You know what? Screw it. Let's kill some time. Let's do that. Let's include that. So what we got? We start with a C major, amazing, and then we go B. I wonder if it's possible to just have this on the screen the whole time. That'd be kind of nifty, wouldn't it? Welcome to the future. Oh no. Welcome to the future. It's fine. Oh, do you not want to... Can you not just... Is there any way you could just be there? Could you not? Could you... Good Lord, that's stupid. Okay, let's just put you over there, and we'll never talk about this either. We're not going to talk about how the start of the stream was janky, and we're not going to talk about that. It's all good. Right. So, C major, good. We're halfway there. Followed by B. B half diminished, so B, down you go, and then B, that one, is that right? That doesn't sound right. One, two, minor three, diminished. Yeah, okay, well, whatever, that's right. Let's stick another C up there as well. And then E. And then A minor 7. Let's maybe go up, I guess. A minor 7. No, hang on. 7, D 7, G minor 7. Oh, this is going to annoy me. And then C7. Okay. Oh, this is going to be long. Just to spread it out a bit. Well, it's not. No, this is some stupid jazz. I'm just gonna bail. So what was the other one? Bird changes, no. Andalusian cadence. Heck yes. 12 tone. That's where I heard of this. I did an interview with 12 tone and it was good. That's on my YouTube. Just a fun fact for you. Andalusian cadence. Okay, so if we're in C, let's have a read. Flamenco music, chord progression comprising of 4 chords, descending stepwise. Minor 6, 5, 4, 3 progression with respect to the major. Okay. So we're gonna go. So I'm gonna start with the 5 because that's easy. So then 6. 4, and then 3. Is that right? Yeah. But major 3. Okay. I'm just adding that tonic to the end there. It's not unpleasant. With respect to the minor mode, it's 1 minor. Okay, let's try the minor version. So we're in A. Minor. So we start with the 1. And then it's 7 major. So we'll go there. So major. 5, 7, 6. Major. And then a 5. Major. So it's that one. That's the weird bit. And then we'll just add that to the end. I've done that wrong. Or have I? I had done it wrong. My bad. Ooh. How would that sound normally? Ooh, yeah. It does feel different. I'm going to put it down so it's truly stepwise. I'm going to do a spread voicing again because that's the kind of person I am. Ooh. Really tasty. That's nice. It is not a true cadence. It is often used in ostinato, repeating over and over again. Oh, that's why it didn't come up with the cadence search. Right, so it's not, strictly speaking, cadence, it's more just a repeated thing. Chord sequence, if you want. Cool. Right, ladies and gents, I'm going to leave it there for tonight. I feel like we've learned quite a lot. This has been fun, and has also been a fun experiment with restream and multi-streaming. So I kind of want to make sure everything happened as it was supposed to, other than the hiccup earlier, which actually, if you're watching the archive of this, you probably don't even know about, so we don't need to talk about it. My capture card didn't work. No biggie, it happens. Something I haven't spoken about yet, because I'm kind of reluctant to do it, but I think it's the smart thing. I'm not going to do game streams on Wednesday in this now. I'm going to do music streams instead, which, if you're watching this, is probably good for you. I'm not backing out of game streams entirely. I want to focus on music for like a while, so that's what's going to happen. So come back tomorrow. Possibly not as late as this, but if you're following me on Twitter at LT Guitarist, then you'll see. Like, I'll let it be known. Yeah. So see you tomorrow, wherever you're watching. Toodaloo.